Hey guys, welcome. We are doing back and biceps today. You are going to need a resistance band. We're going to do single arm rows. So if you have a bench, a chair, something to do your rows on, you can go ahead and grab that. Otherwise, I think that's all you'll need. Oh, and obviously your dumbbells, doing upper body. So think about weights for that. Curls, presses, and rows. All right, so let's get started in our warm-up. We're gonna start with our band, just a light band, and again, it's our warm-up, so we don't have to do anything too intense. We're gonna go up and we're gonna do some face pulls. So doing exactly that, lifting that band up and slowly pulling down towards that face, starting to warm up those shoulders and back muscles. We're inhaling as we reach, exhaling as we pull down. Awesome, inhale and exhale. And we're gonna go a couple more here, and then we'll just go into some nice side stretches. One more. All right, set that band down. We're gonna reach up and over, breathing into that right side and down, up and over, same side, and we'll just flow back and forth, going at your own pace. We're hitting a different angle today. I'm trying to help with the lighting. We have no hydro today, so hopefully this sunlight through the window is going to work okay. Luckily, it's kind of bright out still. I'm not sure how long this hydro is going to be out for. Awesome, and this time we're going to reach up with both hands and we're going to swoosh around, reaching to the floor and back up, and now let's go back down the other way. And we'll do this one more time each way. Awesome. Wider stance. We're going to reach towards the ground here. Open up to that right side, coming back down. Open up to that other side. And just rotating back and forth here. One more rep on each side, and then we're just gonna go into some squats. So getting into that stance, sinking down and driving up. We do have some squats at the end of our workout today, so making sure those lower body muscles are all warmed up. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Bringing it to the edge of our mat. We're going to take a big inhale, exhale to that forward fold. Let's walk it out to that high plank. Now we're going to grab our band here, and we're just going to go into some rows. So you can go into a plank here, or you can stay on your hands and knees, and we're just going to do a couple rows here. So pulling that band up, keeping it stable with that other arm. And the other side. And then we'll continue to warm up that posterior chain. We're gonna go into some bird dogs here. So let's take a nice inhale, and then we're exhaling, reaching that left arm, right leg nice and long, and switching to that other side. Inhale down, exhale and reach. Long, 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 reaching to opposite sides of the room. Perfect. And then from here, we're gonna push up to downward dog, pedal out those heels, walk it back in, coming up, rolling those shoulders. We're gonna go into some arm circles here, so we'll start backwards. Our prime exercise today are going to be pullovers, so we're going to be on our back with that weight. If you have a bench, you can use a bench here, forward circles. And then we'll finish off here just with some jumping jacks. So we can go into that full jumping jack, or you can use that modified version and just step it out side to side. Something just to finish up that warm up, get that heart rate up a little bit. And then we'll get into that 1 minute of pullovers. Grabbing that tracking sheet if you are tracking, seeing what reps you got in 2 weeks ago, seeing if we can get that number higher. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, so grabbing that weight, coming down onto our backs, we're going into those pullovers, starting here, reaching back overhead, making sure that core is engaged, all right? So here we go. Great way to start warming that back up. We are going for 1 minute in 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. So again, making sure we're counting those reps here. Using that heavy weight, really challenging ourselves, and using that bench if we can to increase that range of motion. Slow and controlled here, feeling those lats work. Using that breath to help you through those reps. Engaging those deep core muscles. We've got 15 seconds left. Try to beat those reps. Keep going, keep counting. We're almost there. One more and rest. Awesome. So you can write that number down if you're doing that tracking, and we will get into our first circuit. All right, so we've got 3 exercises. We are going to do single arm bent over row. We're going through our circuits twice today, okay? So for our bent over row, we're placing that hand on our bench and we're going into that row. Pretty simple, straightforward. Second move, we are going to do hammer curls, but we're gonna hold a pulse, or we're gonna hold our other arm. So we're going into those pulses on this arm, not pulses, reps on this arm, and we're holding that isometric hold on this arm. Again, we'll switch our sides on the second time through, and then we're gonna add a bit of core on our third move. So we're going into those rotational twists. So we've got our heavy weight here. As we drive up, we are turning, to that other side, to that knee we are driving, turning with that knee. Okay, adding that rotation in there, getting that transverse plane in there, okay? Those are our first 3 moves. We're gonna go through that circuit twice, switching sides. So we'll start with our right side, grabbing that weight. 45 seconds, bent over row. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. So using a nice heavy weight here. Again, thinking about where I'm at on those last couple reps. Am I challenging myself? Watching that our back is nice and straight. We've got that 2x4 from our neck to our tailbone. We're not hunched over like this. That core is engaged. Awesome job, guys. We've got 10 seconds left, and then we're gonna go into those hammer curls. And rest. Okay, let's get those weights ready. 15 seconds here. So in regards to our progressive overload, we're adding about 5 seconds into our sets. We're also adding some holds and some pulses in today's workout. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're curling that right arm. We are keeping that left arm on that 90-degree angle, holding here as we go into those curls on this right side. Try not to use that momentum to swing that weight up. We're thinking about that bicep. Inhale down, exhale on that work part, on that curl. We are exhaling, squeezing that core, thinking about gently lifting that pelvic floor. We've got 10 seconds left here, guys. Try to get these last couple reps in. 1 more. Awesome. Okay, we're using a single weight here. We're gonna step back with that right foot. We've got our weight up here in front of us. As we turn, we are turning to that right side. In 3, 2, 1. Knee drive and twist, coming back down. Feeling that core work to help with that stability. If you want that extra work, we're gonna go down, sink lower in that lunge. If not, we're just stepping back up to that twist. If you've got that heavier weight out in front of you, you definitely find it more challenging. as you come into that single leg stance. Inhale down, get nice and stable. Exhale on that twist. Great job, guys. We're almost there. Last couple reps here. We'll take a little rest and rest. All right, we're starting back at the top. We're gonna go into those bent over rows on the other side this time. Same weight, both sides. Here we go, 5 seconds left in our rest, and then we're rowing on the left side. 3, 2, 1, here we go. That is not the weight I used. Nice neutral spine. Exhale on that pull or on that row. Inhale as you slowly, with control, lower that weight down. Awesome job, guys. Second circuit here, second time. Last time we're doing these 3 exercises. Let's go one more. Awesome, getting ready for those hammer curls next. Other side, so we are holding with that right, curling with that left. Weights all over the place here. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Curling with that left. Keeping that right arm here at parallel. Don't let that weight lower down. Keep those biceps under tension. Inhale down. Exhale, curl. Checking in with that stance and that form every couple reps. Unlock those knees, untuck that pelvis, keep that core engaged. Hips should be stacked. Ribs should be stacked over hips. Good job, guys. We're almost there. 10 seconds left. Get these last couple reps in. You should be fighting for them. Maybe our form is a little off on these last couple reps. That's okay. Last one. And rest. Okay, we are going into those knee drives with the twist on the other side this time. So, left leg back, I believe we were at. Weight is here in 3, 2, 1. Knee drive with that twist and reset. You might find one side here is more stable than the other. You're like, wow, I've got a lot more stability on this side. My balance is way better. That's why we make sure we do these single-sided movements, even out those imbalances. Feel that core work here, guys. Whoops, give those arms a bit of a rest. They're still working here, especially if you have that heavier weight. Watching that we're not rolling to the side of our foot as we go into that knee drive, keeping that full foot planted. Almost there. 3, 2, 1 more, and rest. Awesome, first circuit is done. So grab a drink. We are going to go into those concentration curls next. Concentration girl, so we are down. We can go into that kneeling position, knee or elbow to knee, and we're doing that curl. You can also do it in that standing position. We're going here, keeping that forearm locked in, all right? Second move, reverse grip row, and we're gonna add in a hold. So we're gonna pull, hold 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Hold, 3, 2, 1, lower down, okay? Again, adding in a little time under tension, making it a little bit more challenging than week 2, all right? Okay, last few seconds here, and then obviously our third move, we are going to go into those rotating knee drives again. Not obviously, you didn't know that, but we're gonna go into those knee drives again, all right? 5 seconds left. Concentration curl is coming next, so if you don't want to kneel, you can do that standing. I think we did that last time. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Taking those breaks, guys, to write those weights down. So we are making sure that every few weeks we are increasing those weights if we can. If we have the option to do that, maybe we are just working with a couple sets of weights. We don't want to invest in more, that's okay. Keep working with what you have. maybe slow down those reps, maybe add in a couple extra reps. But if we can, we want to increase that weight, okay? Whew, we're almost there. Last couple reps here. And rest. Okay, those reverse grip rows with a bit of a hold are coming next, so palms are facing forward. We'll try these. We're gonna hinge in 3, 2, and 1. Strong core, neutral spine. Hold 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower back down. And again, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower. Hold 3, 2, 1. Slow and controlled, guys. We don't want to just be dropping those weights. Halfway there. Good job. Keep going. Five seconds left. One more rep. Get it in there. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Into those knee drives again. Starting on that right side. Whichever side was the opposite of last time. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Drive that knee. Twist to that. And if you are having troubles, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. If that twist just isn't in our body today, we can just go up to that knee drive and step back into that knee drive, and even further, we can just step in. You can even add a twist in with those feet together and stepping back, okay? Whatever feels good and challenging in your body today. Crunch and exhale. Awesome work, guys. Almost there. And rest. Good job. Okay, we're gonna do that one more time from the top, starting with that concentration curl on the other side. All right, here we go, other side. So we're curling with that right arm now. In, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Into those concentration curls, slow and controlled. Exhale on that curl, inhale on that lower. If you need to do that standing modification, you go ahead and do that. So we're standing, we're keeping that upper arm locked into that curl and rotating down. Exhale, engage that core. Inhale down. Working those biceps here, switching up these angles. We're doing regular biceps. We are doing concentration curls. We've got hammer curls, hitting all different heads of that bicep muscle. And rest. Okay, we're going into those reverse grip rows next with that hold. So we're holding for 3, slowly lowering back down. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Hold 3, 2, 1, and lower. Hold 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower back down. And if, I know we say this a lot, if it's too heavy, too much, maybe you want to go into alternating, go into those rows, or if those holds are too much, go ahead and take those holds out. We just want to try to make it a little bit harder than it was last week. So maybe you just increased your weights instead. Adding in that isometric hold, that pause for 3, 2, 1, lower back down. Last rep here, guys. Hold 3, 2, 1, and lower. Here we go into those twists. Other leg forward. Really gotta get better at remembering this one. I think we're here. No, we're here. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, into that knee drive and twist. Set it back up. Working that glute, those hip stabilizers, that core. Doesn't have to be fast here, guys. Making sure you're not holding your breath as it gets harder as we get closer to the end of that exercise. We sometimes do that. We want to hold our breath just to push through. That is not going to help us. We want to use that breath to help us through those reps. Almost there. Last rep. And done. Awesome. All right, we are going into our third and final circuit. Grab a drink. Enjoy this little break. Our last 3 moves. Where are we here? Okay, we're gonna go into some regular bicep curls. So we are going to grab 2 weights. We're gonna do single, single, and then double. 4, 3, 2, 1. So slowing down that third and double, okay? Then we are going to go into a single arm hammer curl with a fly. So we're gonna go 2 hammer curls, hinge to that fly. Coming back up, 2 hammer curls, hinge to that fly. We're finishing off with another core move, and we're gonna go into a squat with a toe touch. Squat, toe touch. If the toe touches are too much, we can go ahead and squat and just do a knee drive, or just go into your regular squats, okay? All right, last few seconds here, and then we're into our final circuit. Nice deep breaths. 2 times through, then we'll finish it off with our cardio burnout, and then we'll be done for the day, okay? Last few minutes of our workout, guys. Get ready for those bicep curls. Figure out which weights we're using. We're gonna do single, single, slow it down on that double, okay? Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna go single, single, curl that double, and then slowly lower down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Single, single, double. Lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're going at a different pace than me, that's fine. You work through that at your own pace, but try to add that lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Keep going. One more set. All right, 15-second rest. We're gonna go into that single arm hammer and fly. 2 hammer curls, hinge to that fly. Making sure the weight you grab is a weight you can do a fly with, not just your hammer curl. Let's go right arm, 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna go curl, curl, hinge, out to that fly. Borderline pushing it with this weight on those flies. Single, single, out to that fly. Doing great, guys. We're almost there. Hinge. Trying to keep those shoulders square on that fly. Don't swing out to that side. One more. Can we do it? And rest. Good job. All right. Next, we are going to those squat with the toe touch. Giving those arms a nice little break. They've been working hard for us today. We're gonna go into 45 seconds of squats, kicking out, reaching to that opposite toe in 3, 2, and 1. Sinking down and up. You wanna get some cardio in, increase that tempo, go a little bit faster. Remember, we exhale on that toe touch, on that reach. Think about engaging that core as we reach for that toe. And watching, we still want to watch our form in our squats. We're thinking about that toe touch, making sure those knees are not caving in, okay? Almost there. We've got 10 seconds left. Can you set that tempo up? That's not the word I want. Increase that tempo. These last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, grab a drink. We're gonna do each move one more time, and then we are done with our third circuit, okay? So starting off with those single, single, double, bicep curls. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go single, single, double, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel that core really working there as we slow it down. Last time we got to do this move, guys. Nice and slow as we lower. Awesome job, guys. We're almost there. Last set here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, hammer and fly on the other side, but take these 15 seconds, set those weights down, give those arms a good break. Grab a drink of water. Here we go, last time. Hammer curls and fly, 3, 2, 1, 2 curls. Hinge into that fly. Back up, here we go, curl, curl, hinge to that fly. Oh, this weight is definitely challenging me today. I'm there with the curls, but maybe not that fly yet. But we want to be pushing ourselves almost to failure on those last couple reps. That's how we get stronger. That's how we build muscle. Almost there, guys. We can do it. Last time, 10 seconds left. Get these last set in. One more. Oh, good job. All right, here we go. Last time into these squats now. Squat front kick, think full range of motion, nice and deep into that squat, okay? Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Deep into that squat, up to that toe touch. Working that core by throwing that balance off, going into that single leg stance. Good job. Drive up through those heels, nice and quick. Let's step that tempo up here. We're almost done. 20 seconds left. Keep going. Don't slow it down. Increase that tempo if we can. We're almost at the last 10 seconds. Let's go. 10 seconds. Here we go. Step it up faster. Faster. See how many more reps you can get in. Push, push, push. 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome. Whew, okay, we're gonna grab a drink, and then we've got 2 minutes left. We're gonna do a little bit of cardio, and then we are done, okay? So grab a drink. We need a single weight for our burnout. We are going to do, I'll move these weights before I try to move this chair. Lateral squats with that hand switch. We remember that. And then we are going to do jumping jacks as our other move, okay? So for that lateral hand switch squat, wide stance, we're going here and here, here, okay? 30 seconds of jacks, 30 seconds of that, 30 seconds of jacks, and we're done, all right? All right, grab that weight, single weight, hand switch in 3, 2, 1. Sinking down to the other side, so we're switching that weight. Try to use a nice heavy weight here. It's gonna help with that range of motion. We're gonna sink a little bit deeper into that squat. Think about sending those hips back. We're not rounding that back over. We're sitting back into that chair. 30 seconds here, and then we're gonna hit those jumping jacks, okay? Almost there. 3, 2, 1, into those jumping jacks. No rest between. 30 seconds here. You can modify. You can go into those step outs. You can do marches. Just keep that body moving for this 30 seconds. In those jacks, we're staying nice and light on our toes. Thinking about that gentle core engagement as we go. Can't stop with my arms there. Lose my coordination. We're almost there, guys. Back to those switches in 3, 2, 1. We're halfway through. Let's go. Lateral switches. You choose your pace here. Try something that's gonna get that heart rate up though. Going a little bit deeper. And again, protecting that lower back by engaging that core. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Last 30 seconds. Everything we've got, 30 seconds. Pick up that tempo as quick as we can. We are done after this. We've made it through 30 minutes done. Almost there, halfway through, 15 seconds. Last 10 seconds, pick up that pace. All you've got. Quick as we can. 3, 2, don't give up. 1. Whew, awesome job, guys. Get those stretches in, do that cool down. Don't skip that nice slow time to help you recover. Drink lots of water. Good job getting to your mats.